Welcome to Friend or Foe. I'm Kennedy, just like Bob Barker with boobies. In a moment, these three players will have to choose between these potential partners, three people who they've never met, never spoken to, never even offered their seat to. Together, these new teammates will move through a world of trust, knowledge, and betrayal. They'll work together to build a trust fund and ultimately decide whether to share the money as friends or fight over it as foes here on Friend or Foe. Welcome back to Friend or Foe. It is now time to meet our three players. Our first player is Francie.
I'm a caterer. I enjoy ice skating and looking for deals at flea markets.
Francie also gets a good deal of free clothes because she buys them, wears them out, then returns them. Next, we have Darren.
I'm an executive assistant. I like to collect art, and I'm trying to start my own charity.
But Darren was the one who needed a helping hand when he crashed his boss's new $150,000 car. And finally, there's Maya.
I work in sales. I enjoy making my own clothes and watching romantic movies.
Yes, Maya loves a happy ending. In fact, she hides her gambling wins by claiming the money came from an insurance settlement. Well, we've met our three players. Now it's time to meet their potential partners. Your first potential partner is Lisa.
I'm a college professor and I play classical piano.
Lisa also likes to play around with married men. Then if they make her mad, she'll rat them out to their wives. Psycho. Next, there's Johnny.
I'm a party clown. I like swallowing swords and sticking snakes up my nose and pulling them out my mouth.
But Johnny couldn't stick his 10-foot python up his nose. Instead, he tortured his roommates by letting it loose in the house. And finally, you have Sidney.
I'm a medical student. I'm into politics and action movies.
Sidney was obviously looking for action when he told a girl he loved her just so he could shack up with her. Well, players, those are your choices. It's now time to pick your partner. Francie, who did you choose?
I chose Lisa.
And Darren, who will it be?
I also chose Lisa.
Uh-oh. Maya, who did you select?
And I also chose Lisa.
Well, Lisa, you are the pretty princess. If more than one person picks you, according to the Friend or Foe rules, you get to pick your partner. So who will it be? Francie, Darren, or Maya?
Darren.
All right, Darren, you and Lisa are now a team. That means Francie and Maya, you guys should re-vote now. Francie, who did you choose this time?
I chose Johnny.
All right. And Maya, who did you choose?
I chose Sidney.
All right, Francie, you and Johnny are all teamed up. And that means Maya, you and Sidney are also a pair. Our teams have been formed. The test of knowledge and of trust is about to begin when we return to Friend or Foe. Welcome back to Friend or Foe. Our three teams are now in game position, and their stations have been specially wired so they can hear the sound of my voice. How's everybody doing in there?
Fantastic.
All right, everything looks like it's working, and so you guys can get to work. I'm putting $200 in each of your trust funds. Yeah. In this round, there are 4 questions, each worth $500. Both team members must agree on an answer and lock it in at the same time in order to score. You'll have 15 seconds for each question, so talk it out, read your tarot cards, rub each other's shoulders, whatever you have to do to come to a mutual decision. You guys ready for your first question?
Yeah. We're ready.
Yeah. Let's start round 1. Who is not the child of a celebrity? Kiefer Sutherland, Kate Hudson, Stephen Baldwin, or Angelina Jolie? And begin.
Because Kate Hudson is Goldie Hawn, Stephen Baldwin. Oh, wait.
It is Stephen
Baldwin.
Stephen Baldwin.
Alex Baldwin. We've got about 4 seconds. Baldwin, yeah. Baldwin.
Kiefer Sutherland, Stephen Baldwin.
All right, time's up. Francie, you and Johnny said Stephen Baldwin. Oh no, Darren and Lisa, you guys took too much time answering the question. You don't get any points for this round. And Maya, you and little Sidney said Stephen Baldwin. The correct answer, Stephen Baldwin. All right, here's your next question. Don't worry, Darren and Lisa, you guys can still earn some money. Traditionally, 5 horses, 3 chickens, Bill Clinton, and 1 fish would have a total of how many legs? 10, 18, 26, or 28? And begin.
10. Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yes.
All right, I'm trusting you.
I'm going to go with almost 28 too.
I was like 28 too.
Let's go high, okay?
Okay.
Now, okay?
28.
Let's do 28.
All right, our 3 teams have locked in. Francie, you and Johnny think it might be 28. Darren, you and Lisa also said 28. Maya and Sidney clocked in with 28. The correct answer is 28. 5 horses have 20 legs, 3 chickens have 6 legs, Bill Clinton has 2 legs, and fish have no legs. Here's your next question.
I counted this.
In what fast food restaurant could you typically order a Pepsi but no Coke? McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, or Wendy's? And begin.
I know this for a fact.
Okay,
Taco Bell.
let's do it.
Yep.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, they all, yeah.
Taco Bell.
Oh, I told it.
Taco Bell, ready to go?
All right, our 3 teams have locked in. Francie and Johnny want to make a run for the border. They picked Taco Bell. Darren and Lisa also chose Taco Bell. Maya and Sidney, you guys said Taco Bell. And the correct answer is Taco Bell. All right, we're about to head into the final question of the first round. Maya and Sidney, you guys are tied with Francie and Johnny. You each have $1,700 in your trust funds. However, Darren and Lisa, you're not far behind. You've got $1,200. You get this one right and they get it wrong. You guys are in a 3-way tie. So let's see who's moving on to the next round. Final question. If you organize these movies from west to east based on their title, which would be third? LA Confidential, Fargo, Grand Canyon, or Feeling Minnesota? And begin.
Minnesota, is that further than
Further than the Grand Canyon.
No, Fargo. Fargo.
Fargo is west of
Fargo.
Okay.
I
Pick Minnesota. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Minnesota.
Either Minnesota or North Dakota.
Okay, let's go. Minnesota.
All right, time's up. Francie and Johnny, you guys said Fargo. Darren and Lisa, you took too much time answering the question. You only have 15 seconds for each question. Maya, you and Sidney said Feeling Minnesota. The correct answer, Fargo.
Oh yeah, girl!
Celebration for Francie and Johnny, because with $2,200, you are definitely moving on to round 2. Nice work. Maya and Sidney, you are also moving on to the next round. You have $1,700, and you're in good shape. However, Darren and Lisa, I'm sorry, because you have the lowest number of dollars in this round. You guys are eliminated, but you can split the money nicely as friends or fight over it as foes. You guys are coming to the trust box. Welcome to the trust box, Lisa and Darren. Each of you have a button inside that you'll use to indicate friend or foe. This decision will determine how your trust fund is divided. If you choose friend, both of you, then you will split your earnings, each getting $600. However, if one chooses friend and the other chooses foe, well, then foe takes the entire $1,200, while friend gets nothing. Well now, if each of you selects foe, then you both leave here with no money. It is now time for each of you to slip a hand inside the trust box. It's time to choose friend or foe. All right, time's up, you guys. Please place your hands on the table. Well, $1,200 is on the line. Let's see who's a friend and who's a foe. You both went foe! That means no one has taken any dough. There was no trust, no love. I'm sorry, you guys. But we do have a nice room and some scented oils. You could get acquainted in there. And 2 teams remain. Will the remaining teammates make it like Joni and Chachi, or break it like Simon and Garfunkel? Find out when we return to Friend or Foe. Welcome back to Friend or Foe. It is round 2, and Maya and Sidney are starting out behind. They've got $1,700 in their trust fund, not too far behind Francie and Johnny, who have $2,200. But in this round, anything could happen because we double the value of each question to $1,000. Yeah. You guys ready to start round 2? Ready. Yeah. Here's your first question. Which of these mascots is not made out of their product their company sells? Is it Michelin, Green Giant, Pillsbury, or Planters? And begin.
Tire.
It's a tire.
Yeah,
It's a
we
tire.
got to do this now.
Okay, are you sure?
Yes, Green Giant.
Green Giant.
Let's go for Michelin.
Okay.
All right, our teams have locked in. Francie, you and Johnny thought it might be the Green Giant. Maya, you and Sidney said Michelin, and the correct answer is Green Giant. Oh, he's actually a giant man. He's not a vegetable, and Michelin's man, he's made out of tires. Oh, Sidney, I hope you do a little better in medical school. Don't worry, still quite a few more questions. Here's your next one. On the cartoon Scooby-Doo, what was Shaggy's infamous saying? Jinkies, zoinks, jeepers, or row, row? And begin.
Zoinks!
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let's go Zoinks.
All right, our two teams have locked in. Francie, you and Johnny thought it might be zoinks. Maya, you and Sidney also thought the answer would be zoinks. The correct answer, zoinks. Yeah! His second favorite phrase, where's the gunge? Here's your next question. In the children's song, Three Blind Mice, which of these words is used 3 times? You, run, mice, or knife? And begin.
Mice. 3 blind mice.
Yeah.
Mice, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you want to do?
Run.
Okay, we'll do it
1,
now.
2.
All right, our two teams have locked in. Francie, you and Johnny went for mice. Maya, you and Sidney picked run. The correct answer, it's mice.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, mice repeated 3 times. Knife, only used once. All right. We're about to go into the 4th and final question. Now, Francie, you and Johnny have a very comfortable lead, $5,200. Maya and Sidney, there's no way you can catch them to advance to the final. However, you can put $1,000 more in your trust fund, so pay attention. A little more money for you guys, possibly, on this final question. As of March 2002, which of these animals had not yet been cloned? Cow, cat, sheep, or dog? And begin.
Get a cat by the guy at the University of Phoenix.
Ready?
So
1, 2.
we're going dog?
Yes, dog.
Okay, let's go.
You're
Yeah,
sure?
there's a cow. They can't do the dog. I'm telling you, it's the dog.
Okay, man. Okay.
All right, our two teams have locked in. Francie and Johnny, you guys are already going on to the final, but I thought Johnny's little head was going to fall off. It's a dog, man. Trust me, they can't clone a dog. Apparently, he's tried in his basement. Maya, you and Sidney also said dog. The correct answer, dog.
Yeah! You're wrong.
Nice work, Francie and Johnny. You guys are going into the final round with $6,200. Great job. Maya, you and Sidney got that last question right. But you do have one more question. How you guys gonna vote? Friend or foe? It's time to decide as you walk to the trust box. Welcome to the trust box, Sidney, Maya. Your trust fund is worth $3,700, and that's a lot of money. Well, I'm going to give each of you a moment to speak your mind. Maya, you go first.
Well, I'm just a young lady that's trying to save up for money to go to school, and you being a medical student should know how that is. And so, you have nice eyes.
Oh, you as well. Okay.
Sidney, do you have anything to add?
I think we sense that we're really sincere and worked really well in the box. And I think that's going to extend out to here in terms of being a friend.
Yeah, me too. All right, you both have had your say.
Okay.
Each of you slip a hand inside the trust box. For now is the time to decide friend or foe. Time's up. Your decision is locked. Hands on the table. All right, $3,700 is on the line. Let's see what you guys have decided. You're about to find out who's a friend, who's a foe. Sidney, you went friend, and Maya, you went foe. Your plan works. $3,700. All right, when we return, money and alliances will be on the line as our two remaining players go for the big money and then go mano a mano to determine if they're friend or foe. We'll be right back. We are back with our final round of friend or foe, and we have two superstars today. Francie and Johnny, you guys have not missed one question, and you, because of that, have $6,200 in your trust fund, and now you guys have a chance to earn thousands more by still working together to answer 10 little questions. Every right answer gets you $500. Every wrong answer gets you a strike. 3 strikes and the round is over. However, if you do get all 10 out of 10 correct, we will double your entire trust fund for a grand total of $22,400.
Oh my God.
You have 60 seconds, just 10 little questions. So keep listening to each other. It's time to play right or wrong. Shaken or stirred? How James Bond likes his martinis.
Shaken.
Shaken, not stirred.
Right. Yahtzee or boggle? A word game.
Boggle.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Aladdin or Alibaba? Says the magic words open sesame.
Alibaba.
Alibaba, yeah.
Right. David Letterman or Conan O'Brien? Who is taller?
Conan O'Brien.
Crap, yeah, you're right.
Right. Pathfinder or Suburban? Spacecraft that took pictures of Mars.
Pathfinder, yeah.
Right. Cenozoic or Paleozoic? Era we are living in now.
Ooh.
Oh, crap.
It'd be Cenozoic.
I'm going with you.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Right.
Ooh.
Thyroid or pituitary? Gland located in the neck.
Pituitary?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Pituitary.
Okay.
No,
Wrong.
that's all right.
Wizard or warlock? Male witch?
Warlock. Totally.
Warlock.
Right. Greek or Roman? Dionysus?
Roman?
No, I'm sorry, you guys ran out of time. But congratulations, you guys did answer 7 questions correctly, which means we're putting an additional $3,500 into your trust fund for a total of $9,700. Francie and Johnny, very nice work.
Woo.
The only question remaining is, will you be greedy and try and take all the money for yourselves, or will you split it up very nicely like good little children? Why don't you come to play at the Trust Box? We've arrived at our final test of trust. What do you got, the pea shivers, Johnny?
Shaky.
All right, Johnny, Francie, you guys know your options, so let's talk about this for just a second. Francie here, cute as a button, but buys clothes and returns them. Is she going to return you and take the trust fund as a refund? And Johnny, snort snakes and swallow swords. Maybe swallowing foe won't be so bad for you after all. Well, I'm going to give you each some sacred time to make your case to your teammates, starting with Francie.
I may have returned some clothes in the past, but I was totally desperate. I'm not desperate now. We have plenty of money. And I believe in karmic retribution.
Good one. Johnny?
I think you're right. We got a lot of money, and I just, I'm a prankster. No animals get hurt. So I believe the Christian thing is to do.
Do unto others is...
No, yeah, right.
All right. Well, let me reiterate, it is a lot of money, so each of you take a hand, place it inside the trust box. It's time to choose, friend or foe. All right, time's up. Your decision is locked. Johnny, please place your hands on the table. Francie, you do the same. So, Francie, you guys worked really well together. Do you think you were the strong end or the weak end of the partnership?
I think it was quite equal. And it was my faux pas to not pick him first. And I apologize.
That's all right. You picked the right guy in the end.
That's right.
You did. Who do you think answered more questions correctly in the final round?
I think it was both of us.
I think it was you, Johnny.
No, I think
it was little Johnny Rocket.
We were a good team.
All right. Well, $9,700 is up for grabs. Let's find out if you're a friend or a foe. Francie, you've chosen friend. You put a lot of trust in Johnny over here. And if your instincts are correct, you're each taking home $4,850, or you may have just handed him $9,700. All right, Johnny, let's find out what you picked. Friend or foe? Johnny, you went foe. You're taking home almost $10,000.
I'm sorry, I feel bad.
So bad now.
So bad.
So bad.
I do feel it's a Christian thing to do.
Money, Francie. Yeah. Take everything for yourself.
Right.
Oh. It's okay. Francie, any last words? All right, she'll be in hell.
We'll see you in hell.
Week.
See you in
I owe you dinner. I'll give you a dinner.
All right, well, thank you both. And thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time on The Game Where knowledge can make you money, and money can make you a friend or foe.